Me and you, how did you become responsible? Who helped you do that? Tunakuza tutya abaana nga balina okuvunaanyizibwa. Tukoze tutya ki kye tulina okukola? So I want you to think. Think of a garden here and another garden here. Garden eni esooka sigifuddeeko. Nyingiramu nengitunulako nenvaayo. Biki ebigenda okukulamu? What's going to grow here in this garden where I'm not doing anything to it? What is going to grow in here? Weeds. You don't need to do anything to the weeds. They just come. Then in a garden one endala, this one is a rose garden. And I'm determining that I'm putting white roses here, red roses here, yellow roses here. It means I am going to go and look for the stems that are yellow and the stems that are white and the stems that are red and plant them where I want them to be. All right? We are together. So you go, if there are weeds, you come and pull out the weeds. If this one is yellow and it is supposed to be here, you transplant it and put it where it is supposed to be. You take care of it. And the outcome between this garden and this garden will be evident. Let me give another example. This is the teacher who was speaking. Where is he? Who was on the microphone? He has gone away. It's okay. But he mentioned all the football clubs and he forgot to mention Arsenal. Can't you imagine? Yeah? He forgot to mention Arsenal and I was offended because I'm an Arsenal supporter. Now, if you are playing, if Arsenal, normally it doesn't like Man U, if Arsenal is playing with Man U, what is the most important thing in that game? Give me some answers. Arsenal and Man U, what do we need? What do they need? Funds, yes. The funds support Arsenal. Arsenal. Teamwork. When not to have answered, C. To win. Training. Thank you. Goal. Goal. You need a goal. Olabana buno omwana babuzanya bulondayo engato najjamu engato n'agiteeka wano n'endala n'agikola ki n'agamba eno yeki goal. But you imagine Man U and Arsenal playing without a goal. Bajja kubeerawo tebamanyi gye balaga tebamanyi, they don't know what they are doing. They are just passing the ball to this one and that one and that one and nobody wins. I can assure you that's what some of us as parents are doing. Bakuomwana, nobela ngogamba ibana omwana unaze. You're back. Why? Don't worry. No, it's okay. I'm very okay. What is it? That why has God given you that child? Mushekera kimambao. Omwana bakuwate naye olinga Arsenal ne Man U without a goal. Arsenal evaayo ne batigamba nti there is the goal for Man U. And Man U says there is the goal for Arsenal. So we start playing the game. We start playing, we play. And of course the goals are all going that way. Arsenal get back 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, njagala okubategeeza. We need to know why we have the children and what we are going to do with them. If you don't know why you have the children, you will be like Arsenal and Man U, playing without purpose. It's like bringing your children here to Mbuya parents and there is no purpose. So they come and play. They go and sleep. They go and eat. In P7, no results because there was no purpose. They are not teaching them. So if God has given you children, there must be a reason. Sometimes I ask, so what is the reason? What am I supposed to be doing with this child? And here are the answers I get. Oh, when I grow old, this child will take care of me. Can you believe that is a purpose? No, really? It would be nice, but that's a wrong purpose. For your sake. It's just for your sake. That is a selfish reason. There are many reasons. This child cannot take care of themselves. They are dependent on you. You want them to be independent. You want them to be mature. You want them to have a job. 3 of my children, actually all of them now, are independent. 2 of them are working. I don't have to pay anything for them. That's my goal. I want them to go to school. They can get a job and get married without my intervention. Just like you are here now. Is your mother still giving you food? No. So that is our goal. Everything we are doing is for the sake of the child. So if the child does not perform well at school, what are you going to do? This is what some parents do. They're like, Onswaziza nyomwana wange, ndi Minister Mramba, ndi police, ndi ame, nonswaza boti, ngakosemye, Onswaziza nyomenda kubango kozechi. I'm going to beat you because you have money. What is Kuswaza? You're ashamed of me. You have ashamed me so badly, so get up kubira one in front of everybody because you have ashamed me. That is a terrible reason for punishing a child. Ashaming you. For you, you are independent. You have already done what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to be helping this child. So ask yourself, what is the goal? Why did God give me these children? The Bible says in Proverbs 22:6, train a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not turn away from it. Some of you know that verse. Train the child in the way that he should go, so that when he grows up, he will not turn from it. So the child goes through 3 stages. The first one is what we call parent control. I saw a little baby here, completely controlled by the mother. How old is your baby, madam? 9 months. This baby can't do much. I can't lift him. I have a bad back. You know, I would have lifted you. He's 9. He can't do anything. So I control him. Eventually, he'll grow into someone like this. He can decide what to do. All right? Eventually, he'll grow into a big man like this one here. He is on his own. Eventually, God is the one who is going to be controlling. So my aim, everything I'm doing as a parent, helping this child to be self-controlled, eventually God controlled. My child is in Germany, he's on his own, but I know that he's also God controlled because of what I've taught him. Do you see? Are we together there? in about 6 ways. Physical growth. So you give them food that they can grow physically. Then you help them grow spiritually. You take them to Reverend Christopher so that he can help them grow spiritually. Then social growth. That's why you say in Uganda, kamira mangu obuuza omuntu. Kukamira kagwe katone ki? Bewaffe tukola ki? Abalala tebafukamira abakiga banyiga bunyizi bati oho ani lwaki muhororo ne bakunyiga ekyo nakyo n'okola ki n'okimuyigiriza. That is social. Akolagana atya n'abalala. Social. How does he interact with his own siblings? How does he interact with teachers? All that is social growth. Then intellectual growth. You are going to help them grow mentally. I was in a salon doing my hair and a lady came with her baby. And so the baby started crying. The mother was saying nothing. The baby started doing all kinds of things. The mother was just looking at the baby. So that person in the salon, the one who had the salon, told her, Mama, what do you get up? And I woke. So some of you don't know how to do that. I watch my daughter reading to her children. This is mental ability. This is what we did when we were making our children grow up. You have to cultivate that. One in prison is a very bright kid. At A level he got 20. All the A's. We know it. Even the teachers who used to teach him said, Matthew is very, very intelligent. And guess what used to happen? He would go to Aristo every week. And he would pick a book. And would read it, sometimes even finish it before we get home. Where did that come from? You have to put some kind of, improve the mental ability. Do they know what's happening in the world? Even these little ones like this? What's happened in England? What's happened? What about Trump? Have you talked to them? Wow, that's a problem. Because you are also not pushing your intellect. French, German. Let me go on. It's important for you as parents to know what a child needs. Kikulu nnyo okumanya omwana kye yeetaaga. The first one is love. Olina okwagala omwana. How do you show that love? By action. Togamba bugambe omwana mwagala nnyo, omwana mwagala nnyo, omwana mwagala nnyo. That's not enough. What do you do to show that you love them? Some of you don't even say it by words. You need to also say it by words. This is what we do at home. Our children all were born in a hospital somewhere. And so on their birthday, we tell them the story of how they were born. That shows love. You guys were born, we were happy. We look for that name. We decided maybe this name. We said no, maybe that name. Then no, maybe this name. Then you were born and we decided this name. That makes the child feel loved. I belong. This is my real mother. You know, sometimes they are not sure because of the way you are behaving. You are beating them too much and said, this one must not be. I think there's a mistake. With your children, they pass by you, but you never touch them. It's so important to touch a child. Ekintu kyokola ng'omanyi kinenkya kyokolebwa. Let's say food. Mulya ssaawa mmeka ewammwe? Let me ask you a couple. What time do you eat in your home? Oba wali oyagala mulenzi. Wamukkiriza oba ono musiru afaanana taata we. Gwe nali njagala. It's a need for you to look into that. maybe you had kids who are cleverer, and now this last one is not as clever. And so you don't want to know. We train our children. Arsenal is going to play, and they go for training, very rigorous training, so that they can win. How do we go about training? There are methods that we use. The first one is by example. The children are watching whatever you are doing. This is an example I've given over the years. Benjamin, who is my third born, was about 2 years old. And my husband has a habit. We have a basket where we put clothes that are dirty. So he would roll up his socks, take off his socks and roll them up in a ball like this, and then throw them into the basket. So he gives his socks to Benjamin about this age, and says, Benji, please go and put my socks in the basket. And he walks a little way to the basket, and then he throws them into the what? Into the basket. Who taught him that? He watched his dad doing it. So they are watching you. You drink alcohol, you come back when you are drunk. That's what he knows. And that's what he'll do. Whether you beat or what, that's what he has learned. He's learning from you. You pray, have prayers in the night, that's what he'll do. Someone calls you and you say, when you are in a tent. That's what he's going to do. By example. Do what I do. So try a lot of you to show the example that your children want to do. But many times you come from nowhere and beat up the child because they don't know how to wash the dishes. Where do you expect them to learn how to wash the dishes if you didn't teach them? So just like God teaches us, it's important for you to teach your child what to do. I've already talked about teaching by love and friendliness. How friendly are you to your children? Sometimes you come home and everyone scatters. Then go under the bed, disappear in the garage. You know, why? Because you are not a friendly person. Be friendly to your children. And then also pray for them. Depend on God for them. Pray a lot. You want a responsible person? So things like we are going to have if you all have money back. I don't know whether you're teaching your children how to be responsible with money. I've seen people who are banning their children for taking 1,000. So give them pocket money. If you are in P4, you get 400 every week. P5, you get 500 every week. P6, we add on another 100. P7, now you qualify, you can even get 1,000. Why? Because they have to learn how to be responsible with money. So they own their own money, and when they say, Mommy, I want chocolate, I want soda, I said, hey, let's check out how much money you have. Do you see what I'm saying? Little things like that. You have to teach them how to manage. How do I make decisions? Many times you put clothes for the child to wear. These days we have uniform. But let's say you are going to church on Sunday. What is the child going to wear? For you, you decide. Going to wear that blue thing and that one and the shoes. You put them there. Why don't you give them space? Say there is a red shirt and a blue shirt. Which one do you want to wear? That is decision making. Teaching them how to make decisions. Young as they are, they can decide today I want yellow or I want blue. Teach them how to decide. Teach them to look out for other people who are not like you. Take them to Sunny Babies Home to see babies who don't have mothers and help out. Take them to a place where the things are not exactly the same as you. One time I went to Chinawataka here, where I was doing a project for my school. And I was shocked. I've been grown up for quite a long time. I didn't know there are people who live so badly like that. You know, this lady was near this now when it rains, all that water, that dirty water, comes up and goes into her house. Oh, up to here. So I said, so what do you do when that happens? She says, we sit and we wait for the rain to stop. Then we get little cups and push the water out. I'm like, really? So do your children know that reality? Do they know that they can lose? Sometimes we play games with them, snakes and ladders or cards or whatever. I don't know if you have even time to do that anymore. You are too busy. And then they win. They win. They are the winners all the time. They must learn also that you don't win all the time. There are times when you lose. Another area. I want you to know your child. Do you know your child? Do you know? There are classes up here. Do you know which class your child is in? Can I see those who know their children's class? P2 Red. Do you know the name of the class teacher? Now I'm asking all of you, sit down, take up a spot. Do you know the name of the class teacher of 2 Red? Who knows the name of the class teacher for 2 Red? Someone there, tell me quickly. There are 2. If for blue is the teacher is okay, what is the name of the second one? Do you know where your child sits? What is the neighbor's name? No, not the best friend's name. The neighbor in Atomavage, you know where he sits. In class to 2 Red, 4 blue. Do you know where 4 blue is? You have been inside there. Have you ever sat in the class for 40 minutes while the teacher is teaching? Does the child have his own bed? Or when they come back for holidays, or come back, where are you going to sleep? What do they own that they call their own? They have a little box, they have a wardrobe, they have a case. What is it that is theirs? What do they like eating? I mean, no. Do you know the size of their shoes? If you were to go out in Nairobi today, will you be able to buy a shoe for your child? That's knowing. Do you know? No. Then class muno. Teachers. Do you know these parents? Do you see them? Do they come to check on their children's things? Some of you have never turned up. But for us, when we would go, they'll say, Senyonyi's mother has come. The children are the ones, she said. Senyonyi's mother, Senyonyi's mother, Senyonyi's father. They are the ones calling, Senyonyi, your mother has come. Hey, you are the one. I've met your father. Now that teacher is going to take a lot of interest in that child because they know the father. That's a secret for you to know. I'm a teacher. Am I right? Yeah. Because if I come and then I come and like, this Okero's father is going to come and then I don't know how he has done. Let me see. How, even as you are marking and say, how Okero, you know? So come. There's a time Matthew, I told you Matthew was the best in P7. 1 or 2 teachers every time I came. And Matthew started saying, Mommy, why are you coming every time? I'm tired of you coming. there is no problem. You should not come. I said, Matthew, I am coming until you go back to where you belong. I will make sure you go back. You see, that's determination. You have to be involved. You have to keep on, to keep on, to keep on. And indeed, Matthew came out at the top. I've told you in A-level, he got 20. It's very bright. But he needs me, he needs someone to be close to see what he's doing. Do you know your child? Do you know his development stage? A 2-year-old is different from a 7-year-old. 7-year-old is different from a 13-year-old. 13 years, 10 years, 12 years, they are developing new things. Sicho? They are developing what? New things. They are developing breasts. They are developing deep voice, and you are not there. Talk to them about it. Tell them, Madam, this is what happened. There's a time I had a conversation with the boys. I am going to end by asking you, do you have a goal for parenting your child? Is the goal there that I am here now in B3 and there I'm taking my child like that? And that is the goal. Sometimes I may go like that and I don't get through the goal, but I'm going the same direction. It's where I want to go. I want him to be a responsible person. I want him to be able to work in Bank of Uganda and not take out money. I want him to be honest. I want him to love his wife and get children and take care of them and have a job. I want him to grow intellectually. I want him to grow spiritually. Do you have a goal for your child? Are you taking time to know your child? What are the activities that you are doing with that child when they are here at school? Do you come? Is it only school that you come? Do you take them out to a hotel? And you sit in a nice hotel and order something nice so that they don't see these things for the first time. My children went to Germany when they have already seen. We have gone to Entebbe at Christmas. We go 4 days, all of us. We get some money and go and spend time in a hotel. They know what a hotel looks like. Have you done that? In the car, what do you do with them? Some of you are spending time and quarreling. This morning I woke up singing a song and I sang that song as I did my work. I sang my song. When I stopped singing it, I had my son singing the same song. What you do in your home, your children are going to pick up. You quarrel, quarrel, quarrel. After you finish, they start quarrel, quarrel, quarrel. You sing, sing, sing. That is what they also. May God bless you. If you haven't started, it is not too late to start. Go and think about, what am I doing? How am I involved with my child? Like the other slogan where I went said, never give up. May God bless you.